Now let's discuss the right way and the right words to use when looking to receive a better offer. With your Influence and Success Insight, I'm Bob Burg. Last video, in discussing how to turn down an offer on something you'd like to buy but don't feel you can accept based on certain elements, we looked at a very counterproductive way of handling it. Insulting the person and their ego is practically always a no-win. Instead, let's approach tactfully, respectfully, and in a way that causes that person to truly want to do what they can to come back with a more acceptable offer. Here's how it might look. Salesman Steve says, "This is the price for the widget, and delivery will be in 2 weeks. You say, "Thank you, Steve. I appreciate the offer. Unfortunately, at that price and the long delivery time, I can't justify making the purchase, but I do appreciate the offer." Look at how tactfully you framed this. You thanked him and expressed gratitude for his offer. You gave him the reasons you have to turn it down. This is different from the advice in video number 20, where we looked at how to say no to something you don't want to do. There, we advise not providing a reason or objection for them to overcome. Here, it is imperative to cite a specific reason or reasons, because in this case, you want him to know so that he can come back with something better. The key part of your response is where you said, "I can't justify." Saying, "I can't justify" makes it totally impersonal. It's not about them or any fault of theirs. It's about the particular elements of the offer. You love him. It's the offer itself that you can't justify accepting. See the difference? Or to quote George from Seinfeld, "It's not you, it's me." And then you once again expressed appreciation. "Thank you, Steve. I appreciate the offer. Unfortunately, at that price and the long delivery time, I can't justify making the purchase, but I do appreciate the offer." You very kindly and respectfully said no, while leaving his self-esteem totally intact. People like Steve want to do business with people like you. Now, say nothing and see if Steve comes back with another offer or asks you what price and or delivery time you are thinking. He'll probably do just that. But what if he doesn't? There's a very simple and respectful question you can then ask him. "Steve, what can you offer that would help me to justify the decision to buy?" That one question, asked respectfully, will allow him to provide you with the appropriate answer. He'll either come back with something better or he won't. There's no guarantee he will. Sometimes he has no room to negotiate further or doesn't feel that he could justify doing so. The choice will then be yours in terms of the action you'll take. However, what I can guarantee is that if you'll proceed with the "I can't justify" response, as opposed to a simple or less than nice no, or the more negative examples we mentioned, the odds of him going out of his way to make you happy will increase dramatically. Run through this entire scenario in your mind so that you can practice it and be ready for the next time such a situation presents itself. And always remember the words, "I can't justify," and see what a difference that makes. I hope you've enjoyed this series and have found it to be of value. Much of the source information can be found in my book, The Go-Giver Influencer, co-authored with John David Mann, and my book, Adversaries into Allies. With your Influence and Success Insight, I'm Bob Burg. Make it a great day.